Hello! Honestly, I can say that I'm having a little bit of a midlife crisis. Lately, for the past few days, and I even spoke to a friend about this, I've been kind of missing, and MJ in general. I haven't danced in so long, and I've been missing that. I've been missing the old tiny chats I used to do, you know, watching concerts, or even just talking about MJ in videos. It's been a while, and I honestly miss doing it because I'm a fan. I've always been a fan. I always will be. And just leaving the community has caught up with me. But I figure I'll make an MJ rant. Although this rant is more towards his daughter, because lately there have been a lot of complaints regarding things that his daughter does from fans. Now, it is no surprise to anyone with intelligence that MJ fans are idiots, and that's most of the reason why I left the community to begin with. They get pretty much everything wrong. The bigger fanatic they are, the dumber they seem to be. They know nothing about Michael. They get every fact wrong. You know, there's the lip-syncing debate, which is so simple, but they get that wrong all the time. And things about the trials, things about accusations, things about surgeries, and the list goes on of MJ fan stupidity. And even lately, there's still no shortage of it. Although there is a huge shortage of MJ news in general, there is one little piece that I actually wanted to talk about because it doesn't just revolve around MJ himself, as always. It involves around his daughter and a part of that I want to talk about. A lot of people are making complaints that Paris Jackson has posed nude, and she posts nude pictures of herself on Instagram, much like this one right here. If you can see it. She posted that on Instagram, and of course fans have a problem with it. But I want to teach these idiots a lesson, because and in general, I hate when fans are like, your father wouldn't approve of that, you shouldn't do that, okay? Michael wouldn't approve of that. What the hell do fans honestly know about what Michael would approve of? Like, honestly, do you think MJ would approve of the majority of fans' behavior when they swear and act crazy, or completely go against his wishes, or what his legacy was, or pretend to honor his legacy by doing the complete opposite? Please, that's like MJ fans in a nutshell. You don't know what he would have liked. I do agree with some things, though. For example, Michael was very conservative in a lot of ways, and he was mostly conservative towards his kids. And I guess his kids are much older now, but that doesn't mean that they should just let go of the value because of age. Yes, they can make their own decisions, but if he had since he had taught them at a young age, they would usually hold on to that and understand why he did it. And I think that was the most important thing, was for him to explain why he wants them to do certain things. If he was to tell Paris, you know, you should be a conservative woman and not ever, like, pose nude or model or something like that, surely Michael would explain, well, you see, you know, me as your father, I went through a lot of hell with media attention and paparazzi, tabloids, and lies, and I don't want you to, you know, fall into the same trap. It's for your own safety. You know, I'm sure Paris understood that. And there's all kinds of things like that. Now, I don't agree with some of Paris's behavior. I don't like the fact that she smokes, for example. I'm against smoking. And I personally don't agree that she should pose nude. Considering the family that she's from, and considering how Michael was, obviously I don't think he would fully approve. But the main point of this is, I do think he would approve of her reasoning. And he definitely wouldn't approve of his fans talking to his daughter that the way they are, with fans calling her a slut, saying that she's ashamed to her father, and all this kind of stuff. Just because you personally don't agree with her behavior, I personally don't agree with her behavior. But that doesn't mean you have to insult her and put her down. I don't think Michael would approve of that either. In fact, I think he would approve of that even less. Okay? She has her reason, and she's a good daughter to him. And here's the thing, too. Her reasoning for why she likes to pose nude is for spiritual reasons. I bet the majority of fans believe that going to a nude beach, for example, is something that sluts do. Well, no, actually it isn't. There are two main reasons that people like to go to nude beaches. Although I personally wouldn't go to a nude beach. One reason is because some people are just open and not shy. A second reason is because there's a spiritual aspect to nudity. Nudity is about self-love, accepting your body, presenting your body, accepting you for who you are, self-love, and it has a huge spiritual aspect. And although I wouldn't do it myself, I agree with people who accept that part of who they are in that part of life, because it's coming from a good part of the heart. You know, Paris even wrote down in her caption on Instagram for this picture, because she was sick of, I guess, fans insulting her, saying, oh, you're disrespecting your dad and all this stuff. She said this. I'll say it again. For those questioning what I stand for and how I express myself, nudity started as a movement for going back to nature. That is very true. Nudity, from a spiritual aspect, it is about going back to nature, the naturalness of your own body, the human body, because it's natural. And that's how she sees it, and that's why I respect what she does. Expressing freedom, being healthier, yes, and was even called a philosophy. That's because it is. Being naked is part of what makes us human. For me, it helps me feel more connected to Mama Gaia. I'm usually naked when I garden, and that's even more spiritual when you involve it in gardening, because it's like you connect with nature, you connect with the real world, you connect with nature, and being with nature is very important. It's actually a beautiful thing, and you don't have to make it sexual the way many Hollywood stars and the media do. Not only is your body a temple and should be worshipped as so, but also part of feminism. Now, obviously, I don't agree with feminism. There are some things that make Paris not the brightest girl. Now, she is young, however, so it's no surprise that she believes in feminism. She hasn't learned yet that modern feminism is just about bullshit and oppressing men. She obviously hasn't learned that, and that's fine. There are many people, in fact, the majority of people today, even those dumb college liberals who believe in feminism, even they believe in it because they genuinely believe that women actually face oppression in the first world. The women who just say, like, oh, I want to kill all men, are actually a very small minority. The most of them, they're all stupid, but most of them actually believe that women are oppressed. But the ones who want to just kill men are a small, much smaller minority. Anyway, so she believes in feminism, which is dumb, but that's fine. You know, she's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Feminism is being able to express yourself in your own way, whether it's being conservative and wearing lots of clothes or showing yourself. There's different ways of absorbing Mother Earth's energy, so you see she's very spiritual, and this is a good thing. My favorites are earthing, which is absorbing the Earth's vibrations from contact between the soil and your bare feet, as well as letting your naked skin absorb the rays of the sun. The human body is a beautiful thing, and no matter what flaws you have, whether it be scars or extra weight, stretch marks, freckles, whatever, it is beautiful, and you should express yourself however you feel comfortable. I don't see why fans should have a problem with this. Expression and accepting yourself and connecting with nature, connecting with the world, it's almost see, the problem is that you people have a problem with this because your mind has been conditioned to think naked equals sex, and that's not true. Just like how Michael taught you, and you didn't get it apparently, that bed also doesn't equal sex, right? Same thing. Yes, she is showing her body, and Michael may not have approved of her being that open, but he would approve of her reasons, and especially the spiritual aspect, because Michael was spiritual himself, by the way, too. If this makes some of you upset, I completely understand, and I encourage you to maybe no longer follow me, but I cannot apologize for this in any way, and you shouldn't, Paris. It is who I am, and I refuse to shy away and keep my beliefs a secret. Everyone has, well, she put as by accident, everyone has an opinion, and everyone has their beliefs. We don't always agree with one another, and that's okay. But again, we're all human. And to appreciate the things that other people do that make us human helps us feel connected. How can that be a bad thing? And it's not, Paris. Fans who are criticizing you and basically trying to say that it's a bad thing are fools and they don't understand. No, I do not believe that Michael would say, yes, Paris, please pose naked. I really want you to be in the media spotlight exposing your body. I do not think Michael would say that. So I agree with that aspect. And I don't think he would agree with her smoking either. But I do agree that he would support the fact that she wants to be open, spiritual, connect with nature, connect with her body, promote self-love, and just overall body acceptance. It's a good thing, and not for reasons of feminism, God forbid, but because we're just simply human. Paris is not harming anybody. She's doing something that connects her energy to Earth, and that's an important and beautiful thing in terms of spirituality. So for fans who have a problem with this, seriously look at yourselves, because this is just yet another stupid thing that fans are complaining about. Keep doing what you do, Paris.